Well, hello, and welcome to Marty Plays Games. We are on the midweek stream, and we are taking a look at Gav Civ 4 Supernova on the PC. I don't even think this is available for anything but PC. It is a 4X game. So we are using mouse keyboard for this one, and if you don't know, let me see if I can remember what the 4X's stand for. I think that is exploit, expand, explore, exterminate. Those are your 4X's in your 4X games. I got there in the end. So, this is the 4th game in the series. This is a series that's been going on for a long time. I think it might be as much as 10 or 15 years old, maybe it even goes back further than that. It's definitely been around for quite some time, and Galactic Civ 3 launched 2017, I want to say, might be 2018, but it's the Galactic Civ 4 has been a long time coming, and it was exclusive on Epic Game Store for a while, for a year I think. This is the Steam version. It's currently on a 20% discount. And it's the Supernova edition, so it's a little bit updated from the original launch on Epic Games Store. And we are currently on version 2.2. We can have a quick look at the options here. We've not got a lot in the way of options, to be honest, but in a game like this, which is more strategy than looks, it doesn't really matter. You can have high-res textures. The game supports mods. There's a lot of AI art stuff in this as well that you can do. So you can get unique looks for your game. But you can see there we do support mods. I've got them turned off because I don't have any mods for this game at the moment. This is just a vanilla game. Graphics options, yeah, so we've got display resolutions and performance presets, high, low or custom. And that's about it. We've got particles, soft particles, VSync turned on. You've got the option of low res textures, so that if you are a little bit short in the old VRAM department, you may turn low-res textures on, but I haven't had a look to see how much VRAM we're using in this game. I can't imagine it's loads. Anti-aliasing ×4. Then we've got some sound options. We've got music volume turned down, everything else is left default. Interface, now there's some big options here. We need to turn off edge scrolling. It's turned off by default. Excellent. Don't like edge scrolling, it's annoying, especially on a multi-monitor setup. You might be alright if you have a one screen setup, but I don't have one screen. I have lots of screens because I like having lots of screens. And tooltip text on everything, which is good because you need it in a game like this. You can change some key bindings, and then we've got some gameplay options here, which we were looking at first of all. Yeah, so we've got Steam Workshop items, so good stuff. Yeah, that's nice. So we can start a new game. We can have a quick start, which will just set some basic conditions and parameters. Get straight into it without having to set up all of your initial empire. It's a tutorial, which you should probably look at. And we've got multiplayer and some missions. I don't know what the missions are. Probably... Oh, let's see what the missions are. The story so far. Humanity has already established interstellar contact with 2 civs. The Corks, or is that Corax? Not sure enough. And the Arsian Empire. Secure the sector for the Terran Alliance. Mission difficulty? Easy. Well, that's a tutorial. Maybe we should play this mission then, just to see how things are. I think we'll do that. Why not? And then we can, depending on how long this takes, we can have a look and see what a new game start is. We are building the galaxy. We've built the galaxy. It didn't take too long. Far less than 7 days. It's like the beginning of Star Trek, the motion picture. I was just watching that film the other day. Probably not the greatest Star Trek film ever, but certainly not the worst.
Welcome to Galactic Civilizations.
Thank you.
Today, we will be reviewing the first steps humanity took after achieving faster-than-light travel. Once United Earth decided to begin colonizing other planets, it created a new organization called the Terran Alliance, which would oversee this endeavor. Its first mission was to explore space and scout for potential colonization candidates. Exploring and knowing the galaxy is the first step to expanding the Alliance's zone of control. Probes are the best way to explore the universe. They have unrestricted range and can move quickly. The Alliance has already provided a probe near Earth's orbit. To use it, select the probe with the left mouse button and give it orders to move and start exploring.
You've just deviated from the text now.
You can do this by selecting where the probe should move to on the map with the right mouse button, or by selecting the Auto Explore mode on the probe's interface. A month can only end once all ships and fleets have completed all their moves or have been put on standby. There are reports of unusual signals. Their source and meaning are too faint to discern, but it's believed to be from another civilization. Use the probe to find them. Your new objective: locate the other civilization.
Okay, well, we sort of understood that. Zone of control, because there's a whole load of tooltip text here. The zone of control marks where a civilization's influence extends and is dominant. The zone control is represented by shading the galaxy, the dominant civilization's colour. Multiple civilizations may have influence over a cell. Do they change colour? Do they mix colours? But the civ with the highest influence in the cell will be granted the cell. Some actions are affected by the zone of control. Specific actions like mining asteroids can only be performed on an object within the zone of control. Other actions like building starbases that can be performed outside of the zone of control cannot be performed in others' civilization zone of control. A ZOC, right. Distance non-probe ships can travel. It's good. I like having all this tooltip text stuff because these games can get very, very, very complex. Especially if you happen to micromanage everything all over the shop. And once you start getting more than a handful of planets, then things start to get bogged down very fast. So hopefully Gal Civ 4 doesn't have a lot of that stuff. It hopefully has some auto management that we can turn on. We've got auto explore, so we probably do. Auto explore is an option that will set ships to move without direct orders. Not always a good thing. I mean, you can end up in a situation where your ships get destroyed, depending on how clever the AI is. But we'll see. So, a deep space probe has recently been launched near Earth's orbit. Select that probe using the left mouse button and then give it orders. So we understand that. Isolated spacefarers. They have strengths and weaknesses. What are your strengths and weaknesses? The isolation should be considered an advantage. There's an opportunity to expand. one of the 4Xs. And establish production and discover how best to organise. Thank you for that. So, that is our probe, is it? Just floating there, doing nothing. And there's our Earth, and there's our Moon. Are the proportions correct? I've no idea. I've never looked at the Earth from this point of view before. That is the forge. But it is idle at the moment. And that is our shipyard. Can we build anything in the shipyard? Ship designer. Set rally point. MTQ. Construct ship. Supplies, freighters and colony ship. Well, presumably we might need a colony ship later on. And a freighter for trade. I'm not seeing any ships for destroying things. So where's our exterminate options? We don't have them at the moment. Okay, so we'll go away. Don't need you anymore.
The probe has been selected.
Yes,
the ship is
it
primed and
has.
ready to receive its orders. Directing ships around the galaxy is a crucial part of achieving success. Now it's time to give the probe its first order to move. With the probe selected, you can set a destination. Do this by clicking the right mouse button when your mouse is over an unoccupied space. The probe will then take the most direct route to that location by moving from one tile to another. If you cannot see the grid, don't worry. You can adjust its visibility in the options menu under the interface section. Alternatively, you can cycle through the grid visibility options by simply pressing the G key.
Thank you, I understand that. Right, so if we push the G key... Oh, look, there's a grid. Well, there's Saturn, Jupiter, presumably, yeah. Mars, Neptune, yeah. Artemis? What the hell's Artemis? When it's half-baked. Often unpleasant to live on, but low gravity worlds can make good colonies for the tech they can send back to the nearest core world. And it's only got 12% pollution. How much pollution's on Earth then? Let's have a look. 5%? That doesn't seem right, does it? I mean, surely by this time in the galaxy's life it would be, or the solar system's life, it would be closer to 99%. Mercury there. And Venus, yeah. Okay. So, is that all planets accounted for? There's an artifact there. Let's go and explore that artifact. Only ships with survey modules can survey enemies. Great. Alright. So what is that over there then? That is a capsule. That is another anomaly. Where were we supposed to be going? Let's go and survey over there. Can we do that? We can. It's obviously a very fast ship.
As you explore the sector, remember that all ships have a movement limit within a single turn. Each ship has a specific number of moves, which indicates how many tiles they can cover in one turn. If you issue a command that requires the ship to travel farther than it can in a single turn, don't worry. The ship will continue to follow that command over the necessary number of turns until it reaches the specified location.
You're deviating from the text again though, aren't you, fella?
Commander, the next task that requires your attention is to ensure that the research center has an active goal. Although you have multiple options, it's recommended to focus on abilities that enhance our exploration, such as text for survey missions. You can access the research center by selecting the research bar with the left mouse button. Your new objective is to research survey missions.
Yeah, it's when you're trying to follow the text and he's saying something different to the text, that is kind of disorienting. So, research. We're not researching anything, so if we click on that...
Welcome to the research screen. This is where you'll direct your scientists to push the technological boundaries of your civilization. Some technologies have captured the imagination of your scientists, allowing them to research 50% faster. While you can also explore other options from the list of available candidates, keep in mind that these might take a bit longer. It's essential to strike a balance in your research. Whether it's military, economic, or engineering advancements, always align your choices with the evolving needs of your civilization. Choose wisely and harness the power of cutting-edge technology to elevate your civilization.
We want guns. Lots of guns. Colony policies, artificial gravity. Is that it? Additional candidates. Hyperwave radio. No, we don't use that. Asteroid mining, maybe. Armed shuttles, certainly. Allows construction of armed spacecraft. Provides 2 free warships. Well, that's going to take 14 turns. That is only 2 turns. And that unlocks the civilization screen and allows us to assign policies. That is probably useful. And our scientists have a special insight into these technology candidates, so we get a 50% research bonus, which is why that is actually only going to take us 2 turns. So, have we selected that? We have. Good. So, from this we know that a turn is a month. We have done that then. Research survey missions. Oh. We had to do something different. I wanted that. Well, I'm not seeing research missions as an option here.
Research target has been set. All techs necessitate a certain amount of research. With every turn, a specific amount of research is produced and applied to the target tech. Primarily, this pertains to you in terms of how long it will take to complete the research. You can see the number of turns a tech will take in its listing.
Just there,
the
look.
number of remaining turns is listed on the research bar. Methods to increase the amount of research generated per turn will be covered as the Alliance expands.
Understood. So it wanted us to select survey missions and not research missions. God, yeah. You see, this is the problem with games. This kind of scope is that you change one little aspect of it, and then it impacts other aspects of it. I mean, maybe that was always wrong. I don't know. Asteroid. Send an asteroid miner here. Well, we don't know how to mine yet, so we can't do that. We have 4 months remaining though. What are we going to do for 4 months? Just sit around doing bugger all? I don't think so. So, the trouble is, if we get ahead of ourselves in this tutorial as well, it could bug out because the game state then is not in the state that it expects. Countless times playing these games on stream, I've seen that happen. I just get ahead of myself, skip past the tutorials and break the tutorials. So if we end our turn, oh, we've got an idle yeah, I want to end my turn, please. Nope, nope, nope. There's not an obvious end turn button, is there? I mean, that looks like it should be it, but it's not. Executive orders. Yeah, alright, we've done that. Let's try clicking
Welcome
that anyway.
To the shipyard screen where you craft your ship.
Done. So
Commander, you have the ability to end your turn once you've taken care of all outstanding issues. Remember, there are only so many things that can be accomplished in a month, which is the measure of a turn.
We already know
Once
this. We've figured that out
require
ourselves.
Your attention have been acknowledged or addressed. You have the option to pass the turn and move on to the next month to begin a new turn. You can pass the turn by pressing the turn button or by using the tab key. When you feel prepared, pass the turn. Rest assured, there will be plenty more to tackle during the next turn.
So it's a yellow triangle button. There was definitely not a yellow triangle button on the screen that I saw. And I'm still not seeing a yellow triangle button. Are you? Because I'm definitely not. At least we have a way of doing it through the tab key then. No, I'm still not seeing a yellow button. Alright, well let's try pressing the tab key then and see what happens. It's going to that. So I'm done. Tab key didn't actually end the turn. Well, alright, let's build a ship then. Now we've got it.
Start of a new turn. Another duty often requiring your attention is managing our core worlds. A core world is any planet with a leader in charge. Right now, that's just our home world, Earth. As the Alliance expands, we'll need to talk about leaders more and how to establish a core world. But for now, let's focus on Earth. Access the Planet Management window by selecting Earth with the left mouse button and then pressing the Planet Management button. New objective: build 2 planetary improvements.
2? A whole 2? Right, well, we had to build a ship apparently in order to get that to appear as a yellow triangle end turn button. So it kind of didn't let me just skip. Okay. And push the planetary management button. Well, I mean, that probably is it.
Greetings. Welcome to the Planet Management view screen. This screen provides an overview of the planet's economy and development potential. The left side displays inputs, outputs, and resident representatives. The middle section shows usable areas or regions which can be dedicated to specific district types. Select a hex region to choose a district to construct in that location. Districts improve the planet's output in various areas. Manufacturing districts speed up ship construction and improvements. Research districts enhance technological progress. Financial districts increase income. Other types of districts can increase housing and food production and become available when their corresponding technology is researched.
Good.
The right side lists available district upgrades and unique improvements for the planet. Manage your planet wisely for optimal growth and development.
I don't think that's likely to happen. I think we're going to end up being very badly managed. Because these games always have a bit of a steep learning curve when you first start them up. Once you actually understand how the systems on these games work, they become loads easier. I say loads easier, at least you know your way around the screens a little bit more. So what I'm missing with this tutorial really is more highlighting of what you should be doing, which would definitely be helpful. There's not a lot of hand-holding in this game, that is for sure, so you're going to need to like learning things on your own, I think. I mean, this is very tutorial light, I would say. So we need to do 2 planetary improvements. So we have little icons on these. It doesn't actually tell us what that is. So what is that? Technology input. So these must be resources then that are natural on these tiles, I would think. So that is mineral input, technology input, wealth input, farming input, and cultural input. What have we got in terms of planetary output? At the moment we have quite high manufacturing, quite high influence, Food is quite low. Income is probably the lowest stat we've got in there, and research is quite low as well. Oh, that manufacturing is 4.2. So I don't think we need to do any more food production. Maybe we should concentrate on income. So have we got any income squares? We don't. But we, oh look, we've got unhappy people as well then. Approval 61%, 49%, 58%, 51%. High expectations. Taxes are too high. This world is over polluted. You're only on a 5% pollution, mate. We can automate it. We cannot automate our civilization capital. Apparently not. But subsidiary planets, then maybe we can. What improvement shall we do then? If we click on one of these tiles, let's see what that does. That is a forest area. That is a lakes area. So we can increase. Cannot be built on marshlands, mountains or volcanoes. Okay. Why don't we bring the bankers in the desert then?
Placement has been confirmed, Commander. As you begin to place additional improvements in districts, it's important for you to understand the concept of adjacency bonuses. All improvements in districts have specific effects based on their level. This level can be increased by building something that offers an adjacency bonus that fits with the bonuses an improvement provides. Another way to optimize your improvements and increase their level is by building on top of tiles with an existing benefit. Building similar structures in close proximity on tiles that match their benefit often yields the best results. For the best outcomes, you can plan ahead by laying out the plans for several improvements or districts at once. The order in which construction will be completed is visible in the build queue, which you can rearrange as required.
Needed.
To plan some districts, simply click on a tile with the left mouse button and then select a district from the list of available options.
He's definitely not sticking to the script again. Stick to the script, buddy. Right. Understood. We put our bankers out there anyway, because nobody likes a banker, do they? I don't even think bankers like other bankers. Helios ore. So, let's deploy a Helios ore extractor. Did we do an improvement then? Don't know. That was technology input. Okay. There's a food one there, wasn't there? That was a food one, yeah. So if we do a agricultural, there's a one there. That's ideal terrain. Good. So I think we've done the 2 improvements we needed to do. And now we can end turn. We can. Now we still have some research remaining. Then we got 3 more turns on that. The fleet is waiting. Where's my fleet? Oh, my fleet is over here. They've done a hello. Should we turn on? Can we? Auto. Pass, go to standby, sentry, explore. There we go. So he's going to explore on his own now. Don't have to mess about with him. And that should do our research.
Now complete, and we've gained a new tool in our exploration efforts, a flagship. Flagships will prove vital to exploring the galaxy. These specialized vessels come equipped with the necessary module to investigate what we call anomalies.
Ooh.
An anomaly is a term we use for any object in space that's unclear, abandoned, or difficult to understand.
Obtuse.
Uncovering an anomaly can prove beneficial, yielding new discoveries. However, it can also be dangerous, thus requiring careful handling.
Dangerous?
We advise using our new flagship to conduct these investigations. To recap, we have completed our objective of researching survey missions. Our new objective is to use the flagship to scan an anomaly.
Nobody likes danger roosters, do they? What if they're related to roosters? Choose a new tech, right. We're going to research this colony policies, I think. And it may end up ending the tutorial before we've done that, but we shall see. What were we supposed to be doing again? Exploring anomalies, wasn't it? Yeah. So there is our...
The flagship is selected and ready for orders. Directing a flagship to survey an anomaly is much like ordering the ship to move. With the flagship selected, choose an anomaly to survey by clicking on it with the right mouse button.
Understood. Right, where was our anomalies? There it was. Go and have a look at this artifact, please.
The flagship has reached its destination. The flagship will now begin to survey the target anomaly. This surveying process will take several turns to complete. If the flagship is interrupted by being given another order, they will lose progress in uncovering the anomaly. There's more to manage while the flagship is at work. If you want to check the progress of the flagship, select the ship. The number of turns remaining will be detailed on the selected panel.
Yeah, because that's how research works. If you give up halfway through your research, you forget everything. Doesn't sound like a very particularly clever way of researching anomalies, but there we go. Well, we can just end our turn now. We've got everything else set up. Anything else that we can do? We've got some little icons. We've got a monthly news report now. A leader is available to be assigned.
Greetings. Welcome to the Leader Recruitment Center.
Greetings again.
Here you have the opportunity to recruit and assign leaders to vital roles within your government. Each leader possesses unique attributes and traits that make them more suitable for specific positions, such as ministers, governors, diplomats, or commanders. Leaders have a diverse range of essential stats that can either enhance or hinder their performance in various roles. Additionally, they possess distinctive traits, some of which may significantly impact your entire civilization by providing bonuses or penalties. These traits could also offer insights into potential future events that may be triggered by the leader.
Good. So recruit leaders, help manage your civ. We have here Pole Ma, don't like your name. Mu May, don't like your name. Angela Denham, yeah, I think you're okay, but you've got a 34. She's not very loyal though. Plus she's got half glasses, which I don't like. Vicky Look, now Vicky Look has got a good name. She's got 10 intelligence, which is good. Social skills, not bad. Diligence, 10, good. But she hasn't got much resolve. It's alright, well we're not going to give you a military task. Can we... Good. We've recruited a leader. That's fantastic. Right, ministers. I'm going to make her a minister of... Can we assign her to... She's got better social skills though. I think we're going to put you as the minister in charge of technology, and you... Oh, but you've got good exploration skills. No. Production tasks. Yeah, I think we're going to put you in charge of colonization. Oh, hang on, no. Governors. Diplomats. Commanders and factions. Alright. Let's go back to ministers. We're going to put her in charge of that. If we recruit one more... don't like these ones though. So I think we'll leave that for now. That's good. Explore the sector. Can we not get rid of that? Scan anomaly. Build. Yeah, we've done those though, so why can't we just get rid of those? Apparently we need to hire 2 leaders. Maybe we'll get a chance to hire different leaders next turn. Leaders. No. Still the same leaders. Alright, let's go for Mumai.
Leaders are hired and ready for duty.
Understood. Right. Yeah, so we're going to put you in charge of exploration.
You've successfully appointed several leaders into roles as ministers. Their support will go a long way to assisting the Alliance. As you recruit new leaders or as existing leaders' skills change, you can always alter the role of a leader from the leaders menu. All leaders have strengths and weaknesses, so regular checks on your leaders can be very beneficial. More leaders will become available for hire as time passes.
Turn to pass.
Completed objective. Appoint 3 ministers.
Understood. I guess these are ongoing, are they? Yeah, probably. Executive orders are available to enact. Alright, well... Telescope takeover. Cultural progression. What have we got there? Civ. Requires colonial policy technologies, which we are currently researching, which we should get next turn, actually. We don't have any artifacts. We don't have any diplomacy because we haven't found anybody yet. So let's skip to the next turn.
Policies is now complete. This means you can now access the civilization menu. This menu offers a wealth of useful information and provides the opportunity to enact policies that affect the entire Alliance. You can open the civilization menu by pressing the corresponding button on the action bar. Your new objective is to enact a policy.
Understood. Ooh. You don't look friendly. We welcome you, Terrans. I believe we can work together. We are reasonable and open to new deals. Open to trade. Space is big. Probably big enough for both of us. He's only said welcome. I think we're probably a little bit forward to be saying any of these things. But that would open trade. Do you think he's up for some trade? He looks more like he wants to eat me, to be honest. Oh. I'm interested in seeing your proposal, Lord Kona. Treaties. Peace treaty. Exploration. Oh. So. Task probe. Yeah. We give. Allows the construction of larger hull sizes. Well, let's see if we can do this then. Task probe, and I want starbase modules. No, this is acceptable. Agreed. So we can just give him warfare. Accept. I'm glad we could come to an agreement. This was a good day.
Commander, after making contact with the Drengin, we can confirm that they are the source of the mysterious signal. We do not have any additional information on them. It is advised to approach them with caution and strive to keep diplomatic relations positive. We've already had our fair share of problems with the pirates in this particular sector. Even if it's not our main focus, we should continue to explore to aid in accomplishing our other objectives. Completed objective, explore the sector.
Understood.
With the completion of our research into Starbase's technology,
Yeah, we
we're now
kind
able
of
to construct
traded that.
constructors at our shipyards. These constructors are crucial, as they are used to build starbases. There are several types of starbases that we can utilize. I suggest trying to build a few constructors at the shipyard, and then use them to construct some starbases. Let's set some new objectives. First, let's build an economic starbase. Next, we should focus on constructing a military starbase. After that, a mining starbase would be beneficial. And finally, let's aim to put together a communication starbase.
Understood. I think we got a good deal out of that trade then. We have Civ.
Welcome to the Civilization Policy screen.
Yeah.
Here, you have the tools to refine how your civilization operates, aligning it with your overarching strategies. To the left, you'll find tax policy. This defines how much of your planet's output is channeled towards essential government endeavours, from generating income to building ships and enhancing research. The centre showcases policy slots that become available as your civilization progresses, giving you the power to implement distinct policies. On the right, you'll discover a list of known policies at your disposal. Remember, while these can provide game-changing benefits, they might also come with certain trade-offs. So, adjust thoughtfully,
Negative effects
ensuring
then.
that each policy decision steers your civilization toward prosperity while skillfully navigating potential challenges.
Again, different with the text. We've got one slot available, so brainstorming.
You've successfully enacted a policy.
No, I just wanted to know what it was.
As quickly as possible. Keep in mind,
I only wanted to know, so don't click on them. Just mouse over them, and then it will tell you. I was expecting to click on that and then give us some information about it, but no, it just assigned it. But we are an inspired species, and to that end, we can seek out the best and brightest of our people and see what amazing ideas they might have to spur technological progress. Well, okay. That is an okay thing to have as a policy, I think. So I think we'll go with that anyway. Our tax rate is on medium at the moment, so we can only set some very wide granular things here rather than being able to set specific values on this. I think we'll leave it on medium. It's an approval modifier of 0, so that's fine. It's not going to make us negative or positive. Bloody hell. If you go up to high though, then you get a minus 44% approval. That is not good. Minus 77. What about low then? Only plus 16. Seems a bit lopsided, that. I mean, I know nobody likes paying taxes, but yeah, we'll leave it on medium, I think. That's fine. There's not an awful lot of policies there, though, really. Cultural progression.
Welcome to the Cultural Progress screen. Here you'll define your civilization's identity and unlock special abilities using culture traits. As your civilization flourishes, you'll earn culture points. Collect enough and you can unlock culture traits, empowering your civilization with unique capabilities. Remember, the cost of these traits can change based on your in-game decisions. For instance, benevolent civilizations might get certain traits at a discount. Your cultural awareness also plays a role. The higher it is, the more affordable certain traits become. You can boost this awareness through various means, like strategic actions, event choices, or influential leaders.
I mean, the voiceover's got an English accent. I'm not entirely convinced this English person knows English words. Okay. Individualism believes in the primacy of individual rights. Or primacy of individual rights. Personal freedom and self-reliance are obviously not conservatives. often over the needs and interests of the community or society. Traditionalism? No, I don't like that. I like progressivism, actually. The relentless pursuit of technology. Yes. We have insufficient culture points. None. I don't think we can do any of this at the moment. Oh, we've got 25% like that. Nobody with that. Nobody with that. Alright, so given that the whole is 100% and we only have citizens with this ideology, that means 75% of our citizens don't have an ideology. How's that work then? Executive orders. We don't have any of those either. Print money. Oh, we like printing that, but we don't have the cultural influence technology. Communicate with other civs. We've got in terms of. Oh, it's back to that one again. But we don't currently have a diplomat. How do we get a diplomat? We don't have any bazaars either. Oh, here we go. We can't sell any of this because we don't have any. Alright. Research. We are not researching anything. It suggests armed shuttles, and I did quite like the idea of having guns. So I think that's what we're going to go for. How many turns? 6 turns. Now where's our Earth gone? There it is. We can have an orbital improvement. A recruiting station? Oh, why not? Build. You can double click on that to get to this menu here. We've got financial districts going on. That's going to be quite long term though. What about our shipyard? Freighters, colony ships. Is this currently building? It is, isn't it? So we've got another 5 turns until our ship is complete. And if we go to a freighter after that, if we queued that, where's our queue? Build queue, build ship. Okay, now we've done it. That's all we can do, I think. Let's end the turn. Summary planets. How many planets do we have then? Uncolonized. Well, we need one of these ships that we're building first before we can go and do that. Star bases. How do we actually build star bases? It hasn't explained that. Yeah, back to that again. I think we'll skip to the next turn. It's month 8 of the year 20-something. 2178. Recruiting station completed on Earth. Fantastic. 3 months until that research completes. Go back to our leaders again. We still can only recruit these 2. So I think there's going to be a little bit of clicking next turn for a while. Oh, have we got our ship doing nothing? Or is it still doing stuff? Because it is still scanning that, look. No, I know. I don't. 3 months remaining. There it says. There, this is 3 months. That is rather a lot of time. Oh. Innovators of the cosmos. Civ's doing the most research. Nice. 2 months remaining. So our armed shuttles and our anomalies are going to be finished at the same time.
A colony ship is built, but it
Good.
can only be launched once a citizen operates it. It is mandatory for a colony to always have at least one citizen. If there's only one working citizen on the planet, they cannot be placed on a colony ship. When a colony ship is fully constructed or tries to leave orbit, you must make sure that there is a citizen on board. You can monitor your citizens and the rate at which their population is growing via the planet management window.
Question.
Completed objective. Build a colony ship. New objective. Colonize a planet.
If we only have one person on the colony, how exactly do we grow the population? Who are you growing that population with exactly? I suppose they could be cloning people. Research complete. So we've completed our shuttles as well. That's good. Who are we going to? They are... all aboard. I'm going to send you. We'll just send that one at the moment, shall we? Done. And we've surveyed the anomaly. Now what? They're doing it again for a second time. Do you think they'll do it for a third time? Three times. I wonder if this will play forever unless we click
Flagship
on
has
it.
finished surveying an anomaly. Now it's time to handle whatever was discovered. Not every anomaly will be harmless or purely beneficial, but the risk is definitely worth the reward. Flagships can function independently. To allow a flagship to explore and expose anomalies without constant supervision, use the auto-survey mode. This mode
Sounds
can
good.
be activated by selecting the ship and pressing the auto-survey button located next to the selected panel. Completed objective, scan an anomaly. New objective, scan 5 anomalies.
Understood. Okay, where's my ship gone? Choose new tech. I think we shall next. Starbase modules. There we go. I think we need to do that. So I want you to do auto survey, please. Go to Century Survey. Is this going to do the auto survey? Yeah, auto survey. 4 months remaining. You go. So, ship is idle. This is our colony ship now. So, which worlds can we colonize? This one. Well, I think we'll do this one because that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Or can we do Mars? No, that's Venus. Mars. Get your ass to Mars. Let's colonise Mars, I think. Not the best time to be colonising Mars, given it's the opposite side of the Sun. But still. Click. Click. Can't we do that? No? Oh, no, that isn't our colony ship. That's our colony ship.
The colony ship is selected and ready for orders. Giving an order to the colony ship to colonize a planet is very simple. Once the colony ship is chosen, you just need to select a planet to colonize using the right mouse button. The colony ship will then navigate towards the
Yeah, alright. Well, it said Mars is the perfect one. That's what we were going to do anyway. So let's get our ass to Mars. We're going to call it Mars. Marsy. Yeah.
This is a giant step for the Alliance. With the Alliance having proved its ability to colonize new worlds, it's now time to truly expand. The task ahead will require combining the resources we've managed to establish in order to construct new colony ships and colonize more planets. This effort will be well worth it, as more planets will provide the Alliance with more resources. We've successfully completed our objective to colonize a planet. Our new objective is now to colonize 8 planets.
See, this is a typical management strategy here. It's that you set a goal, and then when that goal is completed, you massively expand that goal. And go, right, no bonuses this time until you meet this goal this time. Eventually, they're setting people up to fail. Because it never stays the same, it always gets more. Until eventually you fail and you don't get bonuses. First colony. How many of these will we get a first on? Is it going to repeat this one again? Doesn't look a lot like Mars, really, does it? Yeah, it just keeps replaying.
The planet
over
is
and
an
over
inhospitable home for organic life due to the challenges of radiation exposure, toxic soil, and low gravity. Yet we have identified 3 potential locations for colonies on the planet. The first is Ares Vallis. This is a significant location, as it is where Sojourner, the first Terran explorer outside of Earth, landed. The second location is Eberswalde Delta, a unique formation that is essentially a delta within another delta.
A delta within a delta?
The third is Holden Crater, which displays signs of microbial life. This may indicate that the region is more suited for organic life compared to the rest. So, where would you like us to build our colony?
I fancy the idea of having a delta within a delta. Because then we could build another delta and we would have a delta within a delta within a delta. Good. Marzi is colonised on the delta within a delta. And we have idle ships. So you, I don't know, go and attack something probably. Sentry, explore. Pass. Beam volley, attack an enemy fleet. Now I don't think you can control the battles in this game once you've engaged actually auto battles. So if you like controlling your battle strategy, is probably not the game for you. Can you do scanning? No, only that shit we had before, the head one can do that. Then why don't you just go auto exploring then? You do that. Oh, we've got a exclamation mark. There's an event.
An incredible discovery has come to light.
Ooh.
We've uncovered a device from the extinct Arna civilization. The design of this device hints at its use for strengthening the structural integrity of our fleet. On the other hand, the unique materials it is made of could be sold for a handsome sum in the interstellar market.
No. Give other people an advantage. We're going to preserve and utilise. Yeah, alright, oh, that was that one that we talked to before. Oh, that's nice. That's a purple sun. Lovely. And if you get a different tan with the purple sun. Well, this is definitely a decent 4X game based on this first hour of it. I mean, it plays similarly to the other games, but they've obviously niced up the graphics and things, and the UI has got some quality of life things. I think as an interface for a complex game like this, they've actually done a pretty good job. I do like that you've got tooltips over everything, because I'm a big fan of tooltips in games. And the fact that when you click on something you get the help, and then there are further things that are underlined that then give you other information like that. I do like that sort of thing. It's helpful. It's helpful without having to dive through pages and pages and pages of FAQs. And the fact that we didn't have to dive into an FAQ while doing this first hour of the game, I think speaks volumes that this is a game that you probably won't have a lot of trouble picking up. But obviously there's a lot more to it than just this first hour. So under the hood there's going to be a lot of systems that if you want to min-max, you're going to have to learn and understand. But so far, quite impressive. Quite impressive 4X game. But that is all from me for today. I should be back again on the weekend with another game from my pile of shame. Until then, I hope you have a pleasant Wednesday, and I shall see you later.